What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, Sports Talk with Street Flavor. I told you I was going to come back and we're going to talk about free agency. We're live on TikTok and YouTube. Make sure you hit that go live button on TikTok. So, what's going on with your team? Have you seen the transactions that's been happening? Tua will be a Falcon tomorrow. Can you believe that? Tua been released by Miami. Now, he will sign with the Falcons for the league minimum. Okay? It's about 1.5, 1.3 million, because Miami's gonna pay the rest of his salary this year, that 55 million. So they're paying about 54 and a half, and the rest of 53 and a half, and the rest will go to the Falcons for that 1.3 or 1.5. He's still getting paid. Is he the answer? Remember, Tua is a left-handed quarterback. Michael Penix is a left-handed quarterback. So you don't have to change the plays that much, in the mindset, because they both are left-handed. Okay? Wow. That's a transaction. Then we have the Jets made a trade. Geno Smith, they traded with the Raiders. Geno Smith is going to the Jets. Basically, he's coming home. Remember, the Jets picked him in the second round, first play in the second round when they had the chance. Now he's back with the Jets. Can you believe that, people? Geno Smith is coming home where he started from. He might end his career where he started his career, with the Jets. And this time, it might be positive. So let's see what happens going forward with Geno Smith. Okay? And it looks like people are going places where the coaches are familiar with them at. The Tennessee Titans has signed about 3 to 4 Giants because Brian Daboll was the Giants' head coach. Now he's Tennessee's offensive coordinator. And he has signed about three Giants, 3 to 4 Giants. Biggest one is Robinson. Robinson became a 1,000-yard receiver for the Giants last year. And in free agency, guess what? He ends back up with Daboll or Bryant in Tennessee. Wow. And the Jets signed a couple of Tennessee players. Tennessee signed a couple of Jets players because the head coach was an ex-Jet. And they signed some defensive players from the Jets free agency to be Titans. So you got Jets and Giants in Tennessee. Wow, what's going to happen there? Talk to me, people. Let me know, what do you think of free agency right now? The Raiders has signed about 10 players. One of the biggest names they signed was the Baltimore center, coming from Baltimore, going to the Raiders, because you need a strong base when you don't get a rookie quarterback. And that's what it looks like. You don't get a rookie quarterback in Mendoza to the Raiders, and you need that strong base in the middle, so you sign a center to be his calling card. Yes, a center for the Raiders. So, because Mendoza will have somebody to rely on. Just like the center had, Jackson and Baltimore had that center to rely on. Now Mendoza would have that center to rely on. Oh, what you said? Oh, Jill want to see my jersey? Yes, it's a GHET-TO Sports jersey, number 2, because that's my number. And it's blue and white with the herringbone, not the herringbone, with the houndstooth that I got on today. It was a perfect match. Okay? No, always represent the brand. Always got to represent the brand. Anywhere you go, the brand. You go to GHET-TO-SportsInHarlem.com and check out my gear. All right? Fantastic. Fantastic, my people. But let's get back to the NFL. Okay? You got, like I said, the Raiders signed about 10 people. We told you Mighty Mouse is going to be cut or let go tomorrow by Arizona. Arizona is sticking with Brissett. That they made him available last year when they told Mighty Mouse he's going to sit for the rest of the year. So they're going to roll with him even though they signed Gardner Minshew. Okay? Cousins is going to be cut by the Falcons tomorrow. That's why Tua is there. Where's Cousins going to land? A lot of people thinking both of him and Murray might battle for Minnesota. Maybe they'll bring Cousins back because he's familiar with the crew up there. Or they might bring Murray back. Bring Murray there because he's a young guy and has talent to go with the young guys they have in Minnesota. That's two questions that's thrown out there. No one's talking about Pittsburgh and the quarterback right now. Because it looked like Aaron Rodgers might be going back to Pittsburgh for one more year with his old head coach. These are things people are saying, what the hell is going on? Okay? The Super Bowl MVP is signed with Kansas City. Kelsey re-signed with Kansas City for a one-year deal. They were trying to run it back. Mahomes might get some help, but they still need somebody on the outside besides Kelsey. They need some wide receivers. Let's see what happens in Kansas City. The Super Bowl champs, people are raiding their backyard. They lost a linebacker. They lost a defensive back. Kobe Bryant of the Seattle Seahawks is now a Bear. So what is going on here? What are we seeing in this free agency? Okay, a lot of money has been thrown around, but is it the right money? Is it the right for your team? Can your team bounce back and say, okay, we did well in the free agency. We did some trades, but the draft is coming up in April. One more month. The draft will be here. It's going to be in Pittsburgh. Will your team do what they have to do in free agency and the draft to be number one? Okay? Can they go from worst to first? Can they do what the Patriots did? The Patriots, speaking about the Patriots, they went to the Super Bowl. Remember, they was a laughingstock the year before. They only won 4 games. Okay? Second-year quarterback. Went to the Super Bowl. They might have lost, but they got there. And guess what? They picked up Dobbs from Green Bay. Is Green Bay losing people or gaining people? That's the question. Are you keeping your free agents or are you letting them go? That's what's going on. Are we playing checkers or chess? Is your people out there making, if your GM out there making chess moves, or he's getting jumped all over the place? Crown me. So that's what we got to see. What are y'all doing right now in free agency that going to lead up to what's going on in the draft? That's what we must see. Okay? Let's keep it real. All right? Are all these moves chess moves or checker moves? Are you playing with house money or are you just blowing your money like in Monopoly? That's the question. That's the question we want to see. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see what happens. What's up there? What you looking at? What do you think about the NFL free agency? Talk to me. Hello? What you got to say, dear? What's your football team? And how you like the GHET-TO Sports studio behind me? You're blinking your eyes. I can see you. Holler at the kid. But anyway, we also going to talk about a lot of things going on in basketball. We had a lot of transactions, a lot of games last night. I told you there's only 19 games left in basketball. We're going to see what's happening going forward. That was a good game with the Nuggets and the Thunder. And SGA showed you why he's still MVP by hitting that last-minute 3 to win the game. Let's see what happens with everybody else going forward. You got some